how fast can you start to implement you as a coach and what you want to see out of the program? Can it happen right away, or is it a longer
Oh
process than
yeah,
that?
you can change your climate right away. It's just just like the weather can change. Your culture really takes years.
Hmm.
We won state our first year here. I don't think our culture changed. I think we changed the climate, and we got fortunate in some games, and we had good game plans, and the kids bought into it, and they played really hard. But then the next year, still wasn't our culture. Still wasn't really comfortable. This was the first year I could say 6 years. This is the first year I actually felt really, really comfortable. Like the kids, I knew them from middle school. I knew their parents, the coaches. We've been together the whole time. It really, when you walked out there, it felt like a family atmosphere, and that's to me culture, not so much attendance policies or weight room policies or learning on offense or defense. We've had four different offensive coordinators running four different offenses in all state championships. It doesn't matter what offense you run. You got to run the offense that fits your players, and you can get players and your coaches on your staff to believe in. We ran two to three different defenses during that time with two different coordinators. So not that they don't do a great job because they have to put themselves in that position in our team, but there's more to it than just an offense, a defense, a book of rules, which we don't have one. Do the right things, our only rule. And if you don't, we'll work on the consequence and trying to make it a teachable moment to get you back on track. And that's kind of how we go. And those are people make their culture so complex. One coach, he's like, "What do you think about my rule book?" I read about 3 lines. I'm out. I don't. I can't even memorize them all. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I made a mistake during that time frame. So people make things overly complex to try to do all the CYA stuff, and sometimes you just make it harder on yourself than you need to. So the culture is a huge piece, and you have to find the right adults that are going to go on this journey with you to mold these young men into what you expect them to be, not only during football season, but in the rest of their lives.
Yeah, it seems a common theme amongst state champions and just really in general good football programs around the country. It's how supportive the school is and the administration behind it. And it's not just the coaches on the field, it's far more than that. And that seems to be the case at Warren Central, too.
It does, and it doesn't matter. Everybody gets caught up in facilities. At Lawrence Central, we didn't even have a coaching office. We taught out of classrooms. Still got to state championship and won one. It's not so much that. I mean, yeah, does that help? Does it make your day better? Does it make you feel better when you walk into a stadium or something that you own? Sure, but the culture is basically the people are in it and what they're doing in it. And if you can get all the pieces of the puzzle on one table and work towards putting it all together, you have a shot. And if they're all filling that bucket, we always talk about the bucket around here. Your championship bucket. Millions of things go into that. Millions of things go into your bucket, just like your life. Millions of decisions have been made in your life and my life. Millions. You make thousands a day, and
Right.
so that bucket. How are we gonna fill that sucker up? And that's really what we talk about a lot. Is did you do 28 reps or 30? You're supposed to do 30. Did you? Okay, 28. So your 28 things are going into the bucket instead of 30. You do that 100 days in a row, now you're 200 things you're missing out of that bucket compared to your competition. And did you miss weights? Well, the kid at Center Grove didn't, so their bucket's fuller. And we really talk about like this year's group. They did a great job. They did 10 philanthropy projects. They never missed practice. They were great in the weight room, and they weren't perfect every day, but overall, I give them a great grade. And their bucket was the most full of any team that I've ever had, which made them a very, very dangerous team to play.